I've been live streaming for years, ever since it became available to me in 2016. I've just always had it as part of my content that I create. Currently, I have 2 weekly live stream shows, and I've had a few other live stream shows in the past. When I first started, I used Hangouts on Air, which is now something that doesn't exist because YouTube got rid of it. Then I moved on to OBS, which was fine at the time. The thing is, it is clunky and just always has been. I think I finally stopped using OBS when I upgraded my Mac OS, and then the version of OBS still wasn't compatible with the new version of Mac OS, so that was kind of my reason to stop. And OBS is just something that I couldn't refer it to clients because it's too clunky. And then I moved on to StreamYard, which I still love. I still recommend. A lot of my clients still use it, especially the ones who are on PC. I got nothing else to recommend. But then I discovered Ecamm Live. And oh my gosh, because of this tool, I completely changed my entire video production setup. I use Ecamm Live not just for live streaming, but to make any of my YouTube videos, to do screen shares, to do Zoom calls, client meetings, pretty much anything that has to do with a camera. I am using and running it all through Ecamm Live. So in this video, I want to talk about why I love Ecamm Live so much and how I've been able to integrate it into my video production and live streaming workflow. But I do want to give a disclaimer up front that if this video sounds like it's sponsored because I'm over here geeking out about Ecamm Live, I promise you it is not. I am a proud paying customer of Ecamm, paying full price for the pro version. I did sign up as an affiliate, so I get a commission for any new person I bring over to Ecamm at no extra cost to you. So if you want to give Ecamm a try, there's a link in the description underneath this video. You could totally start out with a free trial to see if it's right for you. But I signed up because not only am I going to be recommending Ecamm to my clients, but seriously anyone, because it has been that revolutionary to my video production process. Not only did it just level up the whole thing, but it simplified it. And that's what I want to get into in this video. Let's get started. So let's start with the basics. First, Ecamm Live is a Mac-based app that you install into your computer. So that's probably going to be a big difference right there with StreamYard. StreamYard is web-based, right? It's browser-based. So basically when you are streaming using their servers to stream, whereas because Ecamm is an app that you install onto your computer, everything is done locally, which means that even on the standard version, you are going to be able to stream at 1080p. And as with most live streaming apps, you will be able to upgrade from your built-in webcam and use a DSLR via USB cable so that you can use your fancier camera as a source. And really, when it comes to sources, you can have as many sources in Ecamm as you are able to connect and set up. 3 other features that I feel like every live streaming software should be able to do is pop-up comments. Yes, Ecamm can do that. Here is an example. You can also customize this comment box to however you want it to look. You can do picture-in-picture, which I just demonstrated here, and it would look like this, and it's just a matter of pushing a button to switch back between scenes. Another reason why I absolutely love Ecamm. And of course, you can do overlays, both static and animated. So if you wanted to put in a frame, it would look something like this. Here's an animated overlay, which is my subscribe button that pops up in the corner. And then here's another one where it's just hearts because I'm having such a great time. And the cool thing about overlays in Ecamm is that you can customize exactly where you want to put your overlay and adjust the size also. So if you want it in the top left corner, the bottom right corner, smack in the middle, however you want it, you can really get customized in terms of where you place everything and when it pops up and how it transitions in and all of these things. And you can program all of this so that when you want certain things to pop up and change, it just takes a push of a button. One thing I do want to point out, which might be a deal breaker, is that you cannot multi-stream using Ecamm alone. So you wouldn't be able to stream to both YouTube and Facebook at the exact same time. If you do want to do that, you'd have to sign up for a third-party app like Restream.io, which is what I use, to stream to multiple platforms at the same time. But with Ecamm, even on the Pro plan, you can only stream to one platform at a time. Now, as I mentioned, I am on the Pro plan of Ecamm, and there's 2 big reasons why. The first one is the virtual cam, which allows you to use Ecamm as a camera source in other apps and programs on your computer. So for me, I mainly use a virtual cam in Zoom, so that here you can see currently I have the cam link as an input, but I would select Ecamm as my source. And because I'm showing my screen, that's why that's the preview here. So any customizations, color correction, overlays, effects, anything that you do in Ecamm, you'll be able to also show in Zoom. The other big perk of the Pro plan is being able to do interviews and bring on guests. So this is me in 2 cameras, but obviously just pretend like the other camera is just another guest, so you can do stuff like this. And really, I mean, I'm telling you, with the customization, like I can move this, I can add another camera. So say there's a 3rd guest, and you could really lay it out the way that you want it to look. I'm gonna get out of this because it looks totally insane. Now, here are the 3 biggest reasons why I love Ecamm so much. First is ease of use. As I said in the beginning of this video, ease of use that's the thing that I prioritize over anything, because if there's any kind of friction between me and live streaming or me and recording, it just takes that much more out of me to get me to even push record or upload in the first place. With Ecamm, I've been able to completely change my setup so that all I have to do is sit in this chair, turn on the camera, turn on Ecamm, and whether I want to record or live stream, I just open that up and I'm good to go. Now, let me quickly show you what Ecamm looks like. Here's my desktop, and all these little windows here, this is Ecamm. And I will fully admit that when I first opened Ecamm, I was like, get me out of here. I don't want to understand what any of these little windows mean. Like, I miss StreamYard because it was just like, it was all in one web browser and you just push a button and it's very easy. I promise you, 3 minutes is all you need to understand what these windows mean. It's nowhere near as complicated and intimidating as it looks when you're just first opening up the app. And if you are thinking about making the switch to Ecamm, make sure to stick around and stay tuned, because I will be uploading more tutorials on how I use Ecamm. Second big reason why I love Ecamm is local recording. So I know that people are probably going to be using Ecamm as a live streaming tool. It's probably primarily how it's used, but I use it probably just as much as I use it for live streaming as I do to record videos. Before, I used to have a separate setup for streaming and recording my tutorials, and now I just combined it into one, which is so awesome because I don't have to tear down one setup and then set up another thing when I'm switching in between the 2 formats. And when I'm doing local recordings, it completely took away the need to use memory cards. Like, seriously, I just turn the camera on and that's it. I don't have to push record on the camera. The settings are all the same. I never touch the camera, not even to change the battery, because I've got a power adapter plugged in. So no memory cards, no fiddling with settings. It's just turning on the camera and turning on Ecamm. I know that's not going to work for everyone, or that's not going to be like a big selling point for everyone. But again, for me, ease of use is the priority. And oh man, like I just want to record all the videos in the world because I love this. And the third biggest reason is just customization. That's just the best way that I could describe what I'm trying to refer to when it comes to the power and potential of Ecamm. Now, I know that programming scenes is not unique to Ecamm. There are other apps that do that, like OBS, but there's just something about Ecamm that really allows you to customize to your heart's content. Everything that I've wanted to try to do with Ecamm, I've been able to figure out how to do that, which is super cool. And it's just a push of a button to switch between scenes. So let me show you a quick demo. Here's my countdown screen for my live stream. Then I'm going to switch to this screen so that I can open up the show. And then I'm going to show you my desktop and do a screen share and picture to show you everything that I'm looking at. And then I'm going to switch to this totally insane interview setup that I probably need to go back and fix. And then I'm going to go back to this screen to close the show and make sure to hit that like button. So I know that not everybody is going to want the same look and the same setup for their live streams as they do with their recorded videos, but for me, it's been a dream. I've never had a setup like this that has just been so optimized for what I'm trying to do and so personalized to exactly how I want it to look. It has never been easier for me to create content, and I think that is the goal with any tool that I subscribe to. If it makes my life easier, I mean, that's worth the money. It does require minimal setup, but then once you set it up, it really just gets out of the way and allows you to do what you do best. Of course, if I want to record a video where I'm not sitting exactly right here, I would just grab my Sony ZV-1, my Canon M50, whatever handheld point and shoot camera to go outside and record that and edit it the way that I usually do in Final Cut Pro. But most of the content that I create and will be creating is just me sitting here right at my desk. So I cannot explain how much Ecamm has been totally life-changing for me. I don't think anything has made this much of an impact in terms of my workflow, which is why I'm making this video. I plan to make several videos moving forward. I will also do a complete walkthrough breakdown of not only how this studio looks, but like the other side of the camera, so you can see what programs I use and just how I do everything in case you need some inspiration or want to see how I do it. But all of it stands on the foundation of my favorite video creation tool, which is Ecamm Live. So again, if you haven't given Ecamm a chance, check out the link in the description underneath this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. And if you want to see Ecamm Live in action in terms of me using it for live streaming, you can tune in to the YouTube Huddle Up, which is my weekly live stream every Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we talk all things YouTube. Here's a replay of my last live stream, so I'll see you over there.